Deep within the Siberian wilderness, hidden amongst towering pines and whispering birch trees, lived a family untouched by the outside world. For decades, their existence remained a secret, their lives a mystery. This is the story of the Lykov family, a testament to human resilience and the enduring power of faith. In 1978, a group of Soviet geologists stumbled upon their remote homestead, a discovery that would forever change the Lykovs' lives and captivate the world's attention. What they found was a family frozen in time, their last contact with civilization a distant memory. The patriarch of the family, Karp Lykov, had led his wife Akulina and their two young children, Savin and Natalia, into the Taiga in 1936. Fleeing religious persecution under Stalin's regime, they sought refuge in the vast and unforgiving wilderness. They built a life for themselves with their own hands, their only tools rudimentary and handcrafted. Years later, two more children, Dmitry and Agafia, would be born into this isolated existence, knowing nothing of the world beyond their forest home. The decision to vanish into the wilderness was not made lightly. The Lykovs were old believers, a sect of Russian Orthodoxy that had refused to embrace the reforms of the 17th century. Their unwavering commitment to their faith made them targets during a time of intense religious suppression. In 1936, tragedy struck when Karp Lykov witnessed the shooting of his brother by Soviet patrols. Fearful for their safety and determined to protect their religious freedom, Karp made the difficult choice to flee. With only a few meager possessions and unwavering faith, Karp led his family deep into the taiga. Their journey was arduous, their future uncertain. They walked for weeks, carrying everything they owned on their backs. They endured harsh weather conditions, hunger, and the constant threat of wild animals. The taiga was a formidable adversary, but it also offered sanctuary from a world that had turned against them. Life in the taiga was one of constant struggle and adaptation. The Lykovs built their own log cabin, its walls chinked with moss and mud. They learned to cultivate the land, growing meager crops of potatoes, rye, and hemp. Hunting and fishing provided sustenance, their skills honed by necessity. They became intimately familiar with the rhythms of the forest, their lives intertwined with its seasons. Years turned into decades, and the Lykov children grew to adulthood, their world defined by the boundaries of their forest home. They had never seen electric lights, never heard a radio, never tasted store-bought food. Their lives were governed by the cycles of nature, their days filled with the tasks essential to survival. They spoke a dialect of Russian peppered with words of their own invention, their understanding of the outside world limited to stories told by their parents. Section 4. A World Discovered. In the summer of 1978, a team of Soviet geologists surveying the remote Abakan region for iron ore made an astonishing discovery. They spotted a clearing from their helicopter, a small homestead nestled amidst the dense forest. Intrigued, they landed nearby, cautiously approaching the unfamiliar dwelling. As they drew closer, they noticed signs of human life, a path, a garden, smoke curling from a chimney. The encounter was one of mutual astonishment. The geologists, expecting to find trappers or indigenous people, were met by a family clad in homespun clothes, their faces etched with surprise and apprehension. The Lykovs, who had not seen another human being in over 4 decades, reacted with a mixture of fear and curiosity. They had no knowledge of World War II, the Cold War, or the technological advancements that had shaped the 20th century. Section 5. Tragedy strikes. The discovery of the Lykov family caused a sensation. The world marveled at their story, a testament to human resilience and the lengths some will go to for religious freedom. The Lykovs, thrust into the spotlight, struggled to reconcile their isolated existence with the complexities of the modern world. The geologists, eager to learn more about their way of life, brought gifts of food, tools, and information. However, this contact also exposed the family to diseases to which they had no immunity. Tragically, within a year of their discovery, 3 of the Lykov children, Savin, Natalia, and Dmitry, died from complications related to pneumonia and kidney failure. Some believe their deaths were a direct result of their weakened immune systems, ill-equipped to fight off common illnesses. Karp Lykov, the family patriarch who had led them into the wilderness, passed away in his sleep in 1988. The family's hardship served as a stark reminder of the fragility of life, even in the face of extraordinary resilience. Section 6. A life chosen. Despite the losses and the allure of the outside world, Agafia, the youngest daughter, chose to remain in the Taiga. The wilderness had been her home for her entire life, her connection to the land and her faith unwavering. Over the years, she has received occasional visits from journalists, researchers, and even distant relatives. She has accepted some modern conveniences, such as metal cookware and a gas stove, but for the most part she continues to live a simple life guided by the rhythms of nature. The story of the Lykov family raises profound questions about the human condition. What does it mean to live in isolation? Could we survive, let alone thrive, cut off from the world as we know it? Agafia Lykova's solitary existence serves as a poignant reminder of the diversity of human experience and the power of choice, even in the face of unimaginable adversity.